Hello guys, I am Jasmeet and welcome to Blogging Unplugged Clips. On this channel, you will find bite-sized videos from our main channel, Blogging Unplugged. If you are not into those hour-long videos, then this channel is for you. And if you find the content helpful, then make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell. And with that said, let's dive into the video. And in this section we will be taking a look at some of the changes and improvements that have been introduced to the editor that you are using to create pages and posts in WordPress. Now if you have been following this video till now, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are finding the content helpful. It helps out a lot. Now coming to the changes, the first few changes have been introduced to the list view, and to showcase you that what I have done is I've created two posts in each WordPress 6.0 beta and in WordPress 5.9.3. So what I'm gonna do is right now, let me just open those posts and then I'll walk you through those changes. Now in the list view, the first change or improvement that you will see in WordPress 6.0 is that the nested blocks, the groups and the parent blocks are collapsed by default. Now if you have been using WordPress and using the list view, then you must be familiar with the fact that when you click list view, all of the blocks are expanded by default. Now if your page is long or includes too many nested blocks or parent blocks, then it can cause a lot of confusion if you are looking to use if you are looking to take the help of the list view to edit those sections. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you to WordPress 5.9 first, and I'm going to show you the list view. Now this is the WordPress 5.9 tab, and here is the list view icon, and when I click it, you will see all of the blocks are open or expanded by default. Now if this page is too long, you can imagine how difficult it is going to be for a newcomer to understand what is going on. Okay, now this has changed in WordPress 6.0, or this will change, I would say, in WordPress 6.0. And now all of the blocks are all of these nested blocks are collapsed by default. You can see right over here, when I click group, it shows two other groups. When I click this group, it shows an image. Now this change makes the list view look much cleaner, and you can navigate to your favorite sections using this. Now this makes it look, this makes it much more helpful than before. Now the next change that has been introduced in the list view is the opt-in for the automatic anchor generation for the headings. Now this feature was first introduced in WordPress 5.9, but it was rolled back because of complaints about it causing issues. Now this function has been basically re-released in will be re-released in WordPress 6.0 as an opt-in feature, where you will have to add a code snippet to the functions.php file, and it will automatically generate anchors for the headings that you will add to your page or post. Now in case you are looking for the code snippet, then I will leave a link to the article that contains the code snippet in the description box below. That will be the first link, and you can copy the link from there and basically try out this feature for yourself. Now currently I have this code in the here in the notepad with me. Okay, so what I am going to do right now is I am going to close this tab right over here, and this is the beta tab. So what I am going to do is I'm going to head over to tools, then the theme file editor, and there is the theme functions.php file. I'm going to open this file. There is the file. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to open this code snippet, copy this, copy this, and paste it right over here and update this file. You can see file edited successfully. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh this page. Now I'm going to open this list view, and you will see it automatically generates anchors for all of the headings that you will add on your page, be it h1, h2, h3, whatever is the heading, it will automatically generate anchors for that. Now in case you want to edit these anchors, then what you need to do is you need to first select this block right over here, it will take you to it. Then you will click this, select this block, you are on the block settings. Okay, remember this block settings. Then you will have to go to advanced, you see the HTML anchor for this, and here you will have to type in whatever is that you want to type. Basically change this anchor, and then you are going to save the change or publish, and the change will be reflected right over here. Now remember one thing, this anchor can't be completely deleted, it can only be edited or modified as per your requirements. So keep that in mind before using this feature. Now the last change that has been introduced in the list view is the introduction of a new keyboard shortcut using which you will be able to select multiple blocks in the list view, and that shortcut is Shift Home and Shift End. Now to showcase you this, what I'm going to do is I am going to click this list view icon right over here, and you can see the block is already selected on top. So what I am going to do here is I am going to press Shift and you will notice it will select all the blocks till the very end. You can see it has selected all the blocks. Now let me press Shift Home and it will just select the top block. This means if you are at the bottom, if you are at the very end, then you can press Shift Home and it will select all the blocks above it. And if you are on top, then you can then you can press Shift End and it will select all the blocks below it. Let me press Shift End again. And now in case you want to modify any of the selections, then what you can do is you can press Shift and then use any of the arrow keys to modify the changes. You can see right over here I am pressing the up arrow, and it is basically deselecting the blocks below it. It's taking the selection on top. Now I'm selecting the, and now I'm clicking the, pressing the below arrow, and it is taking the it is selecting the blocks below it. Now after the list view, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the addition of gap support for the gallery block. Now if you have been using gallery block on your pages or posts, then you must be familiar with the fact that it does not allow you to basically add or remove spaces in between the image blocks. Now to show you this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to WordPress 5.9 and let's just edit this post and create a gallery using images. This is the gallery. Go to media library. I'm going to use 4 black images to show you exactly what I mean. Create a new gallery. Insert gallery. And now you can see there is no option to add or remove gaps in between these image blocks. You know what I'm talking about now. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to WordPress 6.0 right over here. Now I did this post and I will add a gallery block, and from the media library I'm going to select 4 images, 4 placeholder images, and go to block settings right over here, and you will see the new option for block spacing. Now let me show you again the exact difference. This is the block spacing option in WordPress 6.0, and this is the options that you get in WordPress 5.9, which is as of now. So this option is missing from here. You can see the option, it is missing. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put 0 over here, and you can see it makes a complete square. Now let me put 1, it will add a little bit of gap. Now this depends on your design, what kind of a gallery block you want to use, because using this feature you can add, you can create unique designs using this block. Now again, it is important to know there are several units that WordPress allows you to select from, and you need, and to change the basically those units or select a preferred unit, what you need to do here is you need to click this pixel right over here, and then you will see all of the options, the percentage, rem, view width, view height, everything you get right over here. So this is the change that you will see in WordPress 6.0 for the gallery block. Now after the gallery block, the next topic that we are going to discuss is an introduction of a new feature known as block log. Now this is a very interesting option using which you can restrict editing, movement or removal of a block or a reusable block as well. Now first things first, let's just click this edit this post right over here that I've created for this demo, and you can see right over here this is a regular paragraph block and this is a reusable block right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this ellipse menu and you will see the lock option right over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this lock option and it will show me these two options, or probably three options. The first one is the lock all, the second is the disable movement, and the third is the prevent removal. Now I can select either one of these or all of these depending on your requirements. Okay, so as the name suggests, disable movement is basically disables the movement of this block. You cannot move it up and down. Now the second one is removal. Then if you select this, then you will not be able to remove this. If I select lock all, then you will not be able to disable or remove this block. Now to see this, let's just select disable movement first and click apply. Now I do not get the option to move it. You can see the lock option right over here. Click unlock and we are going to remove this and click apply, and we will be able to move this. You can see this option right over here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock this again, and prevent removal is what I'm going to select, and I'm gonna click apply. Now what happens is you will see the remove block option is gone, the remove paragraph option from right over here is gone. Now I'm going to unlock it and click apply. Now the next thing that we are going to do is I'm going to click lock again. I'm going to select lock all and click apply. Now you wouldn't be able to move it and the option to remove is gone. Now I'm going to unlock it again. Okay, now the block is unlocked. You can see you can move it and you have the option to basically remove this paragraph block as well. Okay, so this is one thing. Now coming to the reusable block, which is this one. Now let me just click this and you see the lock option right over here. It comes with all of the same option, but one of the option is there is one new option, which is the restrict editing. Now let me just click restrict editing right over here and click apply. You will see the lock option right over here, and I will not be able to change the text. I will be able to move it, I will be able to remove it, but I will not be able to edit it. Okay, now let me go click unlock, sorry, and click apply, and now I will be able to edit it. So this is the new block lock feature. Now with the site editor and this feature, you will be able to create blocks that you wouldn't want anybody to edit probably, or you wouldn't want them to be deleted. Then you can use this feature to block that specific action. Now moving on from the locking of blocks, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the selection of text fragments from multiple blocks in WordPress 6.0. Now, if you have been using WordPress, then you must be familiar with the fact that if you try to select text fragments from multiple blocks, then what it does is it automatically selects the complete blocks. To showcase you this, Let me take you to WordPress 5.9. Right over here, I've created two identical posts. You can see two paragraphs. Okay, then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this line and these lines and see what happens. So I'm going to select this. You can see it automatically selects all of the paragraphs. Let us try again. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, it selects both the paragraph blocks. Now what this does is, in case you want to copy certain aspects of this and certain aspects of this, then you cannot do that. Okay, now this has changed in WordPress 6.0, where you will be able to now select, parts of your parts of text across multiple blocks. Now to see this, what I'm going to do is, again put my cursor in here, and now I'm going to select. Now you can see it does not select. Okay, it will only select the portions or the part of the text or the text fragments that you want to select. Now this basically brings the feel of editing a Word document or any other text application that you use on a daily basis. Now this is a very, very welcome change, because at times it gets really difficult if you want to copy certain things or multiple things from different blocks. This feature makes it possible. Now, after the selection of text fragments, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the introduction of featured image in the cover blocks. Now, if you have been using the cover block, then you know you can upload an image, but you cannot select the featured image directly from the cover block. Now, to show you what I'm talking about, what I've done is I've created two identical posts, and both these posts have the same featured image, the black image that we have just used in the gallery block, in the gallery block section. You can see right over here, this is the same image. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cover block, and you see it just gives you the option to add media, upload media library, or change colors or whatever. Okay, this is just the options that you get. Okay, now if here also the options are just the same, just the regular options, the overlay, the opacity, dimension. Okay, no option to add the featured image. Yes, you can upload it from the media library, but no direct options. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cover block in the WordPress 6.0 article, and you will see it gives me the option to add the featured image. This is the new icon that has been introduced. You can see it says use featured image, and when I click it, it automatically uploads the featured image. Along with this comes the settings, which are just the same settings. Let me just go here and upload this. You will see the settings are exactly the same. However, this thing is different. This option is different. Now if I click it back, it will remove it. Okay, so this is the new featured image option that has been introduced. Now this thing perfectly complements the site editor. Now in case you are using the cover blocks to create basically the hero sections, then you can use featured image in the cover blocks and set them to basically full width or wide width, depending on what kind of a page you are creating. Okay, so this is another change. Now moving on from the cover block, the next improvement that you will notice in WordPress 6.0 is to the group block. Now, if you have been using group blocks, then you must be familiar with the fact that it lets you customize almost every aspect of it, including the width of the contents, but it does not allow you to change the layout. Now, let me take you to the group block in WordPress 5.9, which is right over here. I've created this group block. When I select it, what it shows is inherit the default layout, change the width of the content, how wide it is going to be, whatever. These are the changes. Then the color, border, dimensions, and everything, the spacing, and then the advanced option. but there are no options for the to change the layout. Now in WordPress 6.0 this has changed, and two new block types or variants of group blocks have been introduced, and these are row and stack. Now let me show you. Now this is a group block. Now select it. You can see right over here, this is the transform to row and this is the transform to stack. So these are the two new layout options or two new variants of the group block that has been introduced in the WordPress 6.0. Now you are seeing these here, you can add them through the block inserter as well. Let me show you. You can see row and stack, row and stack. Okay, you can add them from here as well, and using these options you will be able to basically create responsive layout using the Gutenberg editor. Now I will be going into details of about these new variants in some other video, or maybe in the WordPress 6.0 video that I am going to do as a comparison style video. So in that video probably I'll go into a little bit more detail about these and will describe these options to you as well. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now, the last topic that we are going to discuss in this section is the changes or the improvements to the color picker in WordPress 6.0, or the changes or improvements that you will see in the color picker in WordPress 6.0. Now for this again I have two posts, one in WordPress 6.0 right here and the other one in WordPress 5.9.3. Now first things first, the first change that you will notice in the color picker is that when you will select a custom color using this, it will show you the name. You can see right over here, it will show you the name of the color. Now in case it does not know the name of the custom color, then it will show custom right over here. Now let's just go to WordPress 5.9 and see if this feature existed. Now I don't think so this existed. You can see this does not exist. Okay. Now after this, the next feature that has been introduced is the transparency control for the color. Now you can see there are no transparency controls in WordPress 5.9, but in WordPress 6.0 you will see the transparency control. Using this you can create unique colors in WordPress. This is an amazing option. This is personally I like this. Okay, so this is another option that you will see. Now after this, the last change that you will see is that, for example, this is the paragraph block that we are using. Now there is an option to change the color of the link, which is right over here. Now we do not get the option to change the link in WordPress themes as of now. Now this does not mean you cannot change. You will have to set it globally in customizer and globally in what do you say, in block based themes. Okay, but this thing has changed in WordPress 6.0, and now you will be able to customize link colors using the block editor. You can see right over here, when I click this you will see this option to select link color, and once you select it, it will allow you to select a color. Now this is not a global change, this is just for this paragraph block itself, and that's it. Okay, so in case you are looking to change the color of the links of a certain block in a certain block, then you can use this. Now when I go here, I will see, you can see the link option over here. Now as of now, what I remember, this option did not exist in 5.9.2 as well. So probably this is a new option. But one thing that you will notice is that it does not allow you to deselect this option whereas you get the option to deselect link. That's it, link is gone. That's it, you can select it. Okay, so this is the last and final change that you will see in the color picker in WordPress 6.0. Now, before you leave, before we dive into the next section, into the next section, it is important to know this is right now only for the block based themes. I did not find it in the customizer based themes. Even the default WordPress themes did not come with this feature, so keep this in mind. This is just for the block based themes as of now. That is why I haven't switched themes by now. Okay, so this is another change that you will see for the color picker in WordPress 6.0 update. Now, after the color picker, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the retaining of styles when transforming blocks. Now, if you have been using WordPress, then you must be familiar with the fact that when you transform blocks, like you're converting a paragraph block into a heading block or a heading block into a list block, then that block will lose all of its styling. Now this has changed in WordPress 6.0. Now let me first take you to the WordPress 5.9 and transform a paragraph block. I've created two identical posts right over here, one in WordPress 6.0 and one in WordPress 5.9. So let me just transform this paragraph block into heading block, and let me show you what happens, and then we are going to discuss the change. So to transform this paragraph block, let me just click this and click this to heading. Now you see the background color is gone. So this is what happens when you were transforming blocks in before basically the WordPress 6.0 update. It will lose all of its styling. Now this has changed. Now what happens is when I will try to transform this block into the heading block, it will retain its styling. You can see the bold is right over here and the background color is still there. So this is an interesting change, probably one of the changes that I most like in this update.
Now I hope you have found this video helpful, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Also, the links to our socials are in the description box below. Make sure to follow us on other platforms as well. And with that said, I will see you in the next video.